question is, can this Republic Day moment finally translate into India's biggest trade breakthrough with Europe? Let's ask Sangeeta Godbole. She's a former trade negotiator for India EU and India FTA. Thanks for making the time, Sangeeta. Does this India-EU deal that has been in the works for such a long time now finally, it looks like it's coming through, but does it mark a strategic shift away from the US? Or do you think India is simply hedging in a more fractured global trade order?
Oh, thanks for calling me, inviting me on your show. And no, I don't think India is hedging. It's the EU that is hedging. Do you realize that after Trump started off with his tariffs, EU has suddenly climbed down, and they are now saying that there will be no agriculture on the table. Why? Because it is the EU which wants Indian market, and EU can see that the EU-US Trans-Pacific Atlantic relationship is going nowhere, and it'll go downhill further. So it is EU which really wants the deal, and of course India has both sides want. We have been negotiating for now 20 years almost. So, and yes, definitely India is moving away from the US. It needs to move away the way tariffs are being piled onto India.
By keeping agriculture, off the table over here, is India securing a deal faster, you think, or are we postponing the hardest compromises to another day?
No, hang on, you're not getting it right. The EU needs to keep agriculture out. Do you know that they had signed a deal with Mercosur, and French farmers protested, and France, Ireland, Poland and Hungary have all voted against the Mercosur deal. And part of it was because of agriculture. So in fact, EU is now being defensive on agriculture. For India, agriculture was one of those areas where there were high tariffs and we could have gotten market access. So textiles and agriculture, the main areas where we could have gotten market access. Now, so for our offensive interest, keeping agriculture totally out is not a great idea. But that is exactly what the EU wants now. Because if it keeps agriculture and if it gives market access to Indian agricultural products, you can definitely expect very, very difficult time for the Commission to get it ratified or even signed in the first place. So now keeping agriculture out, it is not our need, it is their need.
So how quickly we can crack this deal is something that we are tracking from most reports. 27th January could be an all-important day. We'll keep tracking that. But Sangeeta Godbole, many thanks for joining us with your insights on this. Thanks indeed.
Thank you very much. I hope...
Yes. We seem to have lost connection, but yes, indeed. Sangeeta Godbole, you were saying something. Let me allow you to finish that thought.
Yeah, I was saying that it will really be a great day when we sign it. You know, both sides negotiating for 20 years and such ups and downs in this whole thing. I think it will be a good partnership.
Well, that's the hope, and that's what India is hoping for now that we are stuck where the American deal is concerned, and Europe right now seems to be a good way to go, like you're pointing out as well. So thanks indeed.